lowest common ancestor of binary trees. So given a binary tree, find the lowest common ancestor, the LCA of two given nodes in the tree. Basically the lowest common ancestor, I can explain it better than LeetCode can for sure. So if your P is 6 and your Q is 4, your lowest common ancestor to where the root of those is found would be 5, this node here. Say if your P was 7 and your Q was 4, you'd get 2. If your P was 2 and your Q is 1, the lowest common ancestor is this 3 here, because that's the only way you can access 2 and 1. So to start that off, we're going to do at our base case. So if not root, return null. So if we don't have anything, we just go ahead and return null. And then our second check is if if root equals P or root equals Q, return root. So in this case, if the current node we're on is equal to one of our target values, we can return that root, which will store it in the recursive call here, which is left equal lowest. And we're going to pass in the root.left for this, and then our P and Q values, and then the right equal lowest root.right P and Q. Yeah, so this is kind of how the just base of it works. So once we get down here, our left node is returned, our left tree, and P and Q stay the same. And each iteration, or each recursive call it goes through, it'll check if it has no children. It'll just return null, which means in that path we did not find a P or Q value, so we'll just return null all the way up. And if the value we're currently on is equal to P or it's equal to Q, we can return that root, which means we've found a target value. And then the same thing for the right, but it's in this order because each time you check, it'll see if we're at 5 and there's nothing in the 6, we'll go to 2, and then it'll check the left first and then the right. The order is just kind of common. And then our cases as to if we've actually found it will be if P, let's see, what was it, P, yeah, if I didn't right, okay, if left, right, so once we find a left and right value, once we find both of those values, we can return that root node, because whatever node has those values, so if we're at 5 or 6 returns true, and then our Q value is 2, that'll also return true. So at this node 5, our return values are both true for that left and right, so we can return the root. And then if one of our values is right, so if left, then we can return left. If not, we can return right. So let's run this. Yeah. So